Hello, ZSR2. We've got another Link to the Past NMG League race between Xelna and Eri here today. With us again, the commentary dream team of ChecksHuman and ClearMouse, and go ahead and take it away.
Oh, thanks, Fox. Hopefully this is not a dream, Chex. But honestly, I cannot believe my eyes to see Eri versus Xelna in NMG League Season 10. How's it going? Are you excited for this?
It's going well. I'm excited for this race. And
Yeah.
that's right, Xelna versus Eriror, two of the fastest runners, two of the fastest racers there are in A Link to the Past NMG.
Yeah, the quality of this race, and certainly, of course, of their skill level, I think it's extremely difficult to match them. I mean, like, certainly we've seen Eri very active, certainly in recent years. I've been grinding a lot of MG, but also been playing a lot of Rando, and he currently does have the #1 spot on SRC and I believe one of the first people who got what we thought was like a mythical 122. As a PB. Now Xelna, certainly like a little bit before my time, but I certainly had heard his name mentioned in all of the wings for fastest speedrunner alive for the Link to the Past by quite the distance. Wasn't I think as active maybe in recent years, but I came back, started up the machine again, and he's been on 122 pace. Even has, of course, I believe the second best PB on SRC with a 123.09. So this is, I'm in awe of their skill levels like being put on display here.
For sure. And we're already seeing movement tricks in A Link to the Past. Before entering the castle, we saw Xelna do a light left tap upon exiting the stairs to cancel stair drag. It's a harder place to get it, but you can get it. Maybe you'll save 10 frames. And for anyone unfamiliar, a frame is at 1/60th of a second. So we try to save these frames wherever we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for their PBs, as low as they have them, like I'm not quite sure what the task perfect time is, or what like the gap between RTA and NTAS, or tool assisted speedruns. These guys though are really pushing the boundaries, if not at the boundaries already, of what RTS can really actually achieve. And so as you said, like even if you think like, well, this thing maybe saves 1 frame, 2 frames, it is like you need every frame to count when they're at like high 122, low 123 level. It's not like he's like, oh yeah, it's a whole second. It's a whole second. You cannot give that up.
But we use these patterns of movement and repeating tricks to save time in almost every room. Mm-hmm. And multiply that by the 500 plus rooms in the game, and you start saving seconds upon seconds.
Mm-hmm. So I guess like checks like how impactful do you think like the RNG from like maybe like different enemies or just things that are somewhat out of your control? Like, is it like do you think it causes more variance then at this level?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's true. There's nothing else to explain. At this level, RNG makes a big difference.
Yeah. I almost think it's somewhat maybe similar to, you've seen like quantum physics versus like static physics, right? So like the smaller you go, right, at the even the subatomic level, at some point you just can't control it because it's a lot of randomness. Now I know that based on experience and based on reaction times for how good Xelna and Eri are both, they have seen a lot of the game, so they're able to at least react to a lot of them. There are, of course, going to be instances where even, yes, these guys will go, that's never happened to me before. It certainly means a lot more coming from them, since I don't know how many total runs they've done over the course of their speedrunning careers, but sometimes there are going to be things. We even see that a little bit earlier today. Yeah, exactly.
We're seeing big numbers.
Like
We're seeing big numbers on their splits. Xelna with 2,535 and Eriror with a milestone of 1,100.
Oh my gosh. These are, I don't actually know if they're maybe all cumulative, if it's like every single run accounted for. Like, I know that some people, like if you end up switching PCs, maybe sometimes it's all local, and maybe they've dropped a couple, maybe they didn't log all of them, but these are pretty gigantic numbers for number of runs done.
Yeah, I know I lost a few runs when switching from LAN fair to live split. But that was just the beginning of my history, so it's not that much.
Okay.
But it is cool to keep a lot of data, and using one piece of software to keep it is pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see different strats. In the first sewer room, Xelna goes cardinal left after leaving the door. And that's because he'll get more time pumping through the water, and he can pump down against the wall at the beginning. Pumping through the water saves a bunch of time compared to pumping while not in water.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, but so like walking through the water also slows you down, right? Like you can't move as fast? Okay.
Yeah.
So is the pumping somewhat like intended to offset that? Like you can actually kind of overcome? Okay, interesting. Learning. Glad you're here, Chex, as always. Alright, this is a 550 for Xelna. 551 maybe? Was that what it was? 551 for Eri. Still very, very solid escape times. I did hear earlier that I think Zelda now has like, did he gold escape? I don't quite know what time that was, but seems very, very, very fast. And
yeah,
Zelda,
so Eri's gold is a 545.
okay,
I believe.
that is extremely fast.
Which is
that's nuts.
I don't know if anyone else can 545.
Yeah, thanks, Bitey.
At this point. So that is fast. But now we're on to Eastern.
Yeah, and one of the things we got a quote-unquote free time save on Zelda's side. One of the few people actually doing races that I've seen does not pick up Sank Hearts. Now, Eri does. Yeah, we saw this gigantic gap. That's probably one of the things that kind of separated Eri and Zelda from exiting Sank. But we'll see how much of this time investment does pay off. Because the Sank Heart, of course, is one of the best safeties that we have in the early to mid game. Once we kind of start accumulating heart containers on bosses, means a little bit less, but you never know when Sank Heart is going to be able to save your life. Yeah, but going into Eastern on 2 hearts, see a lot more pumping, a lot more walking, and hopefully not a lot of interference. I guess that's going to be the big thing that's going to slow us down with all of these enemies.
That's right. And so here we are in Eastern. Eastern Overworld is a tricky one, but we saw runners get through it just fine, and they use stair drag cancel at the top of staircases.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, there are over 500 screens, right? That where if every screen you could save even 1 frame, 2 frames, that's I don't want to do math on stream, but that's it's like 1,000 frames, right? Or 500. It can add up quite a bit. So you really want to be able to, especially again at this level, you don't want to give up anything for, well, quote unquote free, right? It's like, does it really cost you all that much other than just basic clean movement? So.
Yeah. Interesting. No pot arrows for Xelna at this point. We're seeing Eri pick them up right now.
Right. Okay. I think I've also seen this before. Was there some analysis done about there's still like a 67% chance? I don't want to keep making up numbers, but it was like if you pick up the pot, it was like guarantees your arrow count for the future. But I think even if you don't pick up the pot, there's a more than 50% chance you'll still be okay for arrows.
Yeah.
Or like you'll get a drop or something.
Yeah, I think it's 3 out of 4. I could be wrong.
3 out of 4. Okay. All right. Okay. That does sound very familiar. I knew it was something much better than 50%. I don't know why I said it like that.
But yeah.
But yeah, but I certainly have seen that. And again, if you can take the chance and save some time, especially competing against an opponent that is very much on par with your personal best or with your skill level. All right, Buddy says 1/8 chance he gets screwed.
Okay. Yeah, 1 in 8. Yeah. Thank you.
Blue also doing some math. You guys are the best. Doing all these things. 17 seconds. That's a lot of time. Yeah, and just with like any other craft, once you kind of get past, let's say, like the 80th, 90th, whatever percentile, just to keep cutting that last 2, 3, 4%. Is just going to be exponentially harder, right? It's really great to see, of course. Yes, even Xelna and Eri started at the, I don't know, 2-hour mark, 140 mark, 130. I know those are some pretty major milestones for people, and it's really encouraging, especially at first, where you're like, oh man, I could cut out whole minutes and get a nice little PB, and then it really does take an insane amount of dedication in order to get to like a 123 level.
So how about that? Xelna got the 1 in 8 chance that he would get 2 arrow drops. Getting all 3 drops.
Nice. Sometimes being lucky is a skill. We will never look a gifted Igor in the eye, I guess. I don't know what else they have. Do they have mouths?
And we get an ugh in the chat from Eriror.
I'm not sure.
I didn't really see any mistakes, so I think it was perfect.
Mm-hmm. Again, just keep in mind that Eri and Zelda are maybe on a different, maybe level standard than us mere mortals who are, even at this point, just somewhat watching their skill be put on display. All right, but we have gotten to past Eastern Palace, past the point where we really only have our directional D-pad in order to improve our movement. We have now the boots. Xelna is going to do, hopefully, a successful spin speed out. Very well done. You can see him
and
not having... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eri walks out the door, by the way. It's a
Does that make a
subtle difference. Xelna always dashes out.
Okay.
It doesn't matter that much, but it's just a difference I noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at this point, I cannot claim whatsoever in order to be, I guess, like knowledgeable to see all of the different subtleties that these guys do in order to save frames, because, and especially putting Xelna and Eri side by side, right? Like, I almost kind of wish that there was more of a skill gap, I guess, between these guys, because it's like, if you have, like, 2 good runners next to each other, it's hard to see, like, the relative difference of just really and take appreciation for how good these guys really are.
Good unholy spin speeds for both runners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like the Olympics. Yeah, this is like... it really doesn't get much better than these guys. Yeah. I did see Eri kind of get caught up a little bit before being able to dash down out of Sahasrah in the Eastern Palace area. But again, these are going to be like some of even the little things. I would almost imagine that if you even nudge, like nudging doesn't really cost all that much. Like if you nudge, you still, not like you stop your dash, but you maybe lose a couple frames here and there. But all over the course of time, there is going to be, I would say for both of these guys, very little room and that they can give up to their opponent for over the course of this run.
Yeah, there's very little room for error.
Mm-hmm. I did notice actually that Xelna didn't. When did he use the book? Like here? Not. He didn't use it as a pause buffer earlier, did he?
Oh, I didn't see the menu.
Okay, I thought he used the book. Mm-hmm.
Another common menu is at the bottom left corner of the desert screen, so you know when to dash upwards. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see where Xelna used it. Oh, stairs. That's a good one. So if you menu while on the stairs, you can check Link's position for stair drag cancel.
Oh.
Or rather, okay. Instead of checking Link's position, you use a buffer to stop Link's movement to the left. There's not too much RNG to look out for, but here we are in Cannonball Room, and Xelna has to stop.
This is pure RNG in
Yes.
Cannonball Room? Okay.
And Eri has to stop as well. I don't know if if RNG is used. However, it might be on a frame roll. I'm not sure. Okay,
Right,
Fox in all
technically...
caps confirms. Thank you.
All right, that's because it's even more of a frame rule. That's why Fox put it in caps. Normally he would just talk to us normally.
Yes. I think if I say anything more wrong, he'll actually come into the commentator booth to scold me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. We have a police policing the police. See Fox's little name also being lit up. Xelna
nice.
also spin speed, out of desert back into, well, the other desert back, using the book, same as Eri, switching over to lamp just to make sure that we don't accidentally fall off, or excuse me, run off the edge. That would be pretty catastrophic, like even more catastrophic, I think, in a situation here. All right, but we are going to come see here one of the upcoming bosses, one of the first, I would say, kind of like major potential differentiators for this run. We saw a lot of the stuff even in Escape, Eastern Palace. All of that was relatively manageable. Very little RNG. We're going to come up with the first, probably very skill-intensive and somewhat RNG-based here for the boss. Every cycle that we end up taking extra is about 6 seconds. So certainly a very good opportunity to either gain or hopefully not lose very much time.
Nice. First cycle for Xelna. The third, yeah, he just needs a slash on that third one.
Oh no, Eri. Okay. Is this was that a 2 cycle?
It looked like a 3 for Xelna.
3 cycle? Okay, early 3 cycle. I just missed it.
I love how Eri followed that worm for 4 arrows.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh my gosh, no. This slippery Lambo.
Yeah, I'm surprised they had that much health. I'll put it that way.
Sometimes you really wonder, like, yeah, this game's supposed to be static. Every Lambo's supposed to have enough health for 4 arrows, and then you're just like, man, I swear I hit like 8 arrows into this guy, and he's still alive for some reason. Yeah. So the first cycle is technically fixed. I think, how many patterns is it? 1 out of like 48 or something, I want to say. Something pretty high. So it is, in theory, like manageable for you to remember, but then everything else after that is just do your best. Hope you don't get any, like, too many short hops. And sometimes you end up getting screwed. Mm-hmm.
All right. Nice fake flippers for Xelna. Another minor glitch completed.
Mm-hmm. I also did see that Eri switched. Right. I also did see Eri switch over to the boomerang, like when he beat Lambo. Yeah, and I think I learned this from you and from a previous commentary. When you either in Eastern or Desert, when you pick up the pendant
after Lambo.
Before the mirror, right? Yeah, like it's a free mirror. Like it doesn't pause the actual game.
Free
so
menu.
You can actually just switch over, right? So you can switch over the boomerang, and then if anything gets your way, like those buzz plops, or even maybe like a bird picking up the rock or something like that, then you can actually use the boomerang in order to stun him temporarily.
Yeah, and save on arrows shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think both of these guys are looking pretty healthy. Is that correct? Like for arrow count, I want to say, was it 8 that you really want to keep outside of after you beat Lambo?
It's something like that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because otherwise,
I'd say 7.
7? Okay, all right. Yeah, because I think otherwise, like, you're still, I think, fine in terms of it. You just have to go pick up some backup arrows in DM Descent, I want to say, because there's an arrow pot there. Yeah, but it's not like those arrows are free. So hopefully you just can keep your arrows, or maybe you get a nice drop, right? In Hera, there's maybe like a very friendly beetle or like a bird later that could help you out, but as far as I can tell from all of these runs, it's not the most reliable of resources.
Right. We're into Hera. We've got boom strats from Xelna. will be interesting to see. Tile room is like not the most exciting room, but we do like to see good coffee breaks.
Yeah. It is quite in the nice cozy evening for Eri, which is like 8:30-ish, like his time. I don't know if people like to drink coffee this late at night. In the evening, excuse me. Because maybe decaf is okay. Xelna is in... I saw his flag is Canada somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe he's still okay having some caffeine. yeah, I'm sorry,
yeah, it depends on your individual caffeine tolerance, but yes, I agree. We saw Xelna lose about a second. He had to do a couple of extra switch hits, unfortunately. And now he's at 2 hearts. That's surprising.
Yeah, somewhat pretty dangerous territory here. Not the end of the world, but again, not a great position going up the tower. Now we do say a nice menu by Eri in order to really be able to stop his dash and switching over to the lamp.
Yeah. Nice place to read RNG. It makes that room safer to have that menu available.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the mini Moldorms are not your friend in any situation whatsoever. Yeah, but we'll see how, I guess, like how risky Xelna wants to play this. Yeah, because we did pick up a heart. Very nice EVJ here, early bomb jump, to go get his pearl. Did not fall. That is probably the most important part of this entire thing.
Yeah, so the way Xelna picked up that bomb was a little surprising to me. So we're going to see Eri do the same here. He's placing the bomb early, and we get a pause buffer at the edge to see Link's position. And Xelna walked up a little differently than I've seen before, which I don't know if it was intentional or not. I have to assume it was. But to see Link face up during the pickup is slightly surprising to me. It probably doesn't make a difference, but that's just the way Xelna does it.
You can't really argue with 123 result, so... but very nice fight for Xelna, chasing down this tail, basically hitting this thing as close as we can, and then a very, of course, nice embrace cycle. Similar for Eri as well, being able to read this pesky giant Moldorm.
I love seeing runners know how far they can reach, and hit the tail even when the head will get hit by the sword. So we're able to see a slash and a head hit at the same time. And the head, your sword will tink, but if you get the hit, then that's what you want.
Yeah. And of course, you've also seen that Moldorm, again, it's harder to appreciate how good some of these fights look when you do them perfectly, or you can get a little bit of friendlier RNG, is that, like, Moldorm can certainly knock you off very, very far. We've seen people, of course, get knocked down on the side, in the middle hole. It's not good. I'm not sure if that bonk over there was intentional on Zelda's side. I'm going to assume it's not. Okay. Very, very few times I've actually seen people intentionally bonk in this game.
Yeah, so we're seeing the tree rupee section. We'll pick up the Master Sword, and then we'll see what our runners prefer to do for the last enemy kill. The 4th kill that will get us our 3rd tier of tree rupees. And oftentimes it's the log dash, but we'll see.
Oh, right. Yeah, and of course, right, we need, in order to activate our money growing on trees scheme, we do need to do a little bit of DEF CON enemy defeating. So yeah, one more without taking any damage, and that'll get us our bread rupees.
Left slash for Xelna.
Alright, we have dispersed the evil fog that is Lost Woods after picking up the Master Sword. And that way we can clearly see the bird on our way over to go find another tree. Now, again, we are friendly eco-environmentalists. Like, we don't cut down the trees, okay? We're not lumberjacks. We're just gonna kind of shake the tree up a little bit and get some of the fruit. It's gonna go to waste anyway, right? So. I also did notice that Zelda not dashing to directly in the center. I think I've also seen this. Some people prefer the left side, some people prefer the right side. Do you know if there's a difference when dashing up to the castle?
Oh yes. Let's see what Eri does. He's converted to right side.
Yeah,
let's go. It's a much more comfy setup because you don't need to set up a nudge on the left side of the wall, and because it can avoid the lag that might arise out of getting drops from the grass.
Oh, okay.
The lag can be avoided with that strat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and given that this is the original Japanese 1.0 version, but I guess this is like kind of regular ROM. Maybe you've heard of like fast ROM, which is other games like Super Metroid that runs on. Everything in this game can increase lag, like the drops, the shields, the rupee count that you have, right? Because everything has to be rendered, and so there are just even like some more subtle things that where do you have is it better to have 100 rupees versus 99 rupees? Is that right? And then of course you can just lag whenever for like any little like given thing.
Yeah, that is theoretical, but yes. And a correction from Fox: we do get lag from the right side strat, but we don't need to do the upwards movement or the diagonal movement to get Link in position on the left side, so we can just dash through.
All right, very nice.
Circle of pots.
Circle of pots. Mm-hmm. I also really appreciate the shield clink. One of the few rooms where you actually do see the shield being very useful.
Yeah.
I think another one's gonna be right from the swamp.
Learning these rooms is like, it's kind of mind-blowing because you're like, wow, I'm using the shield.
Yeah, I'm standing still. I'm not pressing any buttons.
Yeah, you hardly use it intentionally in any other room. And all of a sudden it becomes useful in this room where you are also rhythmically shooting arrows. Yeah, so Eri's right behind Xelna. Eri seems to be happy with the split. And here we are in Aga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is going to be also one of the major uncontrollable differentiators between runs. We already see Xelna having one blue ball on Aga. This is going to be because they are, yes, two separate instances of the game. There's no, like, one of the previous league seasons was, I believe, like vanilla preset for rando, which meant that everyone had the same number of blue balls for the seed. No, there's very separate things. Going to have different Ganon warps as well. So we'll see if Aga or this time decides to keep things close.
It's like 2 for Xelna so far, 1 for Eri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think one of the few things that you can maybe do with this quote-unquote like auto-scroller is I've seen you're trying to try and hit Aga if you can to the center of the screen. So just so overall distance, right, you can basically hope that he doesn't travel as far.
Yeah, exactly. And especially before the 5th cycle, you know that Aga will always go to the top center. So you always want to hit Aga toward the top center on the 4th hit.
Okay.
2 for both runners, equal RNG.
All right, sounds great. All right, this is kind of what we'd like to see, a close-ish number. Well, in this case, it's equal. But ideally, you would not like to see, let's say, like a 7 blue ball versus a 2 blue ball type of race. Because then it's maybe somewhat demoralizing to say like, well, man, I had a super strong light world, and then you just have to sit through the blue balls. So this keeps things relatively close, and it's almost gonna just be pure skill out of after this.
Right. And the next skill test is Palace of Darkness. So we have the first crystal dungeon. And first we must go through the hedge maze and pay the monkey, Kiki.
Yeah, this is where all of our hard work has paid off. in going over to the ATM before we actually need to make the purchase.
Yeah. Automatic teller monkey.
That's right. That's right. Never thought about that. Oh. Yeah, alright. Zelda actually getting a little bit of RNG extra spear throwing. I think usually that area isn't as crowded. So he had to take a little bit of extra time to make sure that he doesn't lose Kiki. Now we don't really have any extra money for buffer. It's not great, even if you do have the extra money, because you have to go back and get him, which is a pretty major time loss. But things were safe.
And I was surprised Xelna threw the boomerang down instead of just straight forward.
Yeah, that I'm also not sure if you have enough, I don't know, nerves to, I guess, like, stand still. What happened?
I don't know, but I blame Foxlisk.
Okay. I was like, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary happen, and now I'm was wondering what had happened. But everything's fine. Ooh, Eri. Getting some nice arrows from that Bari. Man, that guy finally doing something good in like the 1,000 runs that I've seen this guy just be a jerk.
Yeah, so I love that's a small thing. So when the Bari gets in the way, we slash it, and then we slash again because we are timing a bait of the fireball. And in that time where we're still on the platform, we can pick up the arrows if we're lucky.
Yeah. We will never complain about extra arrows. Does not matter how good or bad your Lambos fight is. Extra arrows always is extra encouraging. Okay, we do actually see. We do have a heart drop, so I think we're still fine. Okay, very nice hammer yump on Xelna's side.
Excellent.
Yeah, these guys like don't even need pause buffers or anything. Just place the bomb and then just go. I mean, this is how you get a 123, like a low 123. It's kind of crazy. All right, looks like Eri's actually gonna go for a bomb jump as well.
Eri's not setting up as he wanted to. He's got a few extra buffers here. Maybe a Y press was missed. Maybe he had it. I'm not quite sure. Okay. But he recovers, and he's on his way.
Yeah, I was actually... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, Zelna's now on his way to the Mimic's room.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if... Very nice sexy statue, by the way, for Zelda. Yeah, but I was half wondering if Eri was going to bust out the somewhat recently developed hovering strat or route in Pod. I can't remember how many seconds he said he saved. 3 seconds? 4 seconds?
Yeah,
it was something pretty non-trivial, so...
I was wondering that too, but I am pretty sure our runners don't do that in races.
Yeah, I fully endorse whatever they're comfortable with, and I know that Eri is a very accomplished hoverer. But I also don't know how consistent I guess he feels like he is, because also does seem like maybe hovering is just one of those like is it on, is an off day type of thing, and so it's much higher risk, especially in a setting where you cannot reset.
Exactly. And into the basement. Oh, I missed Turtle's room, but that Turtle party room can go haywire. But anyway, into Helma now. So there's always a chance of fireballs, and we just simply hope that there's no fireballs, because then they get in the way.
Yeah, it also takes, I think, more time as well, a bit more dangerous. But yeah, Xelna kind of showing that that sand cart was not going to be a worthwhile investment for him. Like, yeah, it's a little scary in Hera, but he did not lose any health here. And
nope.
That is,
And no fireballs in phase 2 for Xelna. Well, a low Helma for Eri. That lets Eri stack some rapid hits.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Eri has to be careful. That last hit needed to kill, and it did. If that hit didn't land, Eri would have taken a knockout from the Helma.
Yeah, I was like, surely he has enough iframes in order to land that last hit, right? Because I know it was clear that he only needed one more, but sometimes the game doesn't have to be so nice to you. Certainly was quite
wild.
aggressive, yeah, but I'm glad to see in this case that there was no major differentiator this early in the run. But yeah, also kind of you pointed out, Xelna, like the RNG for Helma pattern was also different. Like Xelna had a slightly faster Helma as well, because it didn't have any fireballs that Eri was also trying to dodge. It's kind of kept him away from being able to land more hits.
And here we are in the Hedge Maze again. This screen has a lot more RNG to watch out for, and there's sometimes nothing we can do. The Ropas can easily land on Link. Nice hammer bridge.
Yeah, all of these dashes coming out of Palace of Darkness does look actually a little scary, but in this case, you've seen that if you do it right, you won't take any damage. Sometimes it does look like you're just about to get hit. You're actually pretty safe. And of course, Dark World being at this stage, we don't have that many hearts, relatively speaking. Certainly, like the early game can afford you a lot more safeties, so you're maybe not always in danger of dying. But every enemy on the overworld does like 2 or 3 hearts of damage. And while you don't need like beams or really like that much health, quote unquote, going into Village of Outcasts and like Thieves Town, is not great. Also, if you're going in with like 4 or 3 hearts, because sometimes, especially there's a hallway in Thieves Town that can just somewhat combo you, and then you're suddenly in a very precarious situation going into the boss.
Oh, we've got a hype slash for Xelna.
Wow!
He's going for.
Is this a flute dash?
This is a slash. So he's getting ready for a spin speed.
Okay.
A flute slash. So this spin speed it's crazy. I don't know how you save frames doing it, but apparently Xelna can. Clean. And from Eri, he's not going for a slash. We'll probably see a dash. And in fact, this might be the flute dash that you mentioned.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember hearing something about flute dashing, being able to item dash, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see the immediate charge after the cutscene.
Mm-hmm. Alright, but yeah, Xelna and Eri, it looks like, but both gonna go into Thieves Town on full health, which is great. The Master Sword, unfortunately, again, due to probably game balance, doesn't really do that much in terms of being able to disperse all of the minions. Because every size act takes 2 hits with Master Sword. Every cricket apparently takes 2 hits on Master Sword. So it's not like we can just kind of mow down everything. But the goal is that you just try and at least hit the enemies. So there'll be some amount of iframes that'll be going through, and then you can just kind of continue onwards on your path. Yeah, just like also this, Xelna got kind of nicked a little, which is unfortunate, but this is kind of why you want to keep a little bit of extra health buffer.
Yeah, and having health at the end of a segment saves on refill frames.
Right,
so
right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You save time by not getting hit. Yo, the God Pixel for Xelna. He lines up exactly in the center. Nice. And he was not stopped by any enemies.
Yeah, that hallway is quite notorious for you can I think lose 2 seconds or something, like just due to RNG. The enemies, of course, don't have to cooperate with you. You don't, and even if you get on the correct pixel the first time.
If I lose 2 seconds, I'm happy.
Okay. All right, fair.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
just
Eri
like
gets bad RNG, but
mhm.
just needs to redash to the right. And so we saw him cancel at the very end after the second dash. So Eri probably lost less than 2 seconds, which seems pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I think this also just comes from a lot of experience. Like Eri is very, very good at being able to well, read the room in multiple ways, but specifically Link to the Past screens. And to be able to kind of react, know where to dash, when to stop, how to recover. It's quite good. Alright, we pick up our fair maiden. Don't be fooled by her. This is when we are supposed to try and pretend that we're the hero. I mean, we are the hero, but we're just playing along with this particular arc of the story.
Yeah. That scary dash, Xelna is fine.
Did we get more arrow drops on Zelda's side? We suddenly have this, like, pretty big differentiator. Or maybe Eri just didn't pick up any more arrows afterwards?
I didn't see. Well, another factor is the red mimic. And I didn't see what it dropped for them.
Okay.
Okay, blind fight. We should see a fairly normal fight. It is a scripted fight. It only takes 9 hits.
Yeah, very, very solid for Xelna.
Yeah. The boss is just barely into the light on the left side. So, well done.
Oh, right. I think maybe Humlock also mentioned this before. Other people in chat, right? He had a 10 arrow pack drop. That is quite nice. All right, yeah, Eri now in the blind fight. As many people have mentioned, not just you, Chucks, it is a scripted fight. Just in case you didn't hear that like 10 seconds ago. Much, much easier the first time and the only time. You do not want to repeat. It's we'll do it live, 1 take. That's it. Don't make it a 2 take, because 2 takes are like ends up being 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 takes.
Exactly. We do not have a script for a take 2.
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware.
We don't.
I mean,
that's right.
We as in me and myself, but I'm sure.
I'm not sure if. It seems very difficult to have a script, I guess, because you start at the bottom, right? And blind's kind of already moving by the time you can start moving. So I'm not
really
only
sure that, but even blind's position is different. It's higher up on the screen, so you can't get above blind safely on the first phase or any phase.
Yeah, I think you can maybe make things a little bit easier if you have sword beams, but again, like if you die, it's not like you have all of your health refilled, right? You have maybe half, 2/3? I forget how many you have.
You're down 3, and you can go out of your way for 3 hearts.
Okay. I just know about the 1 heart pot right before the boss room, but that's not enough for you to get full health back.
Yeah, I believe it's there's a heart in the second room and in the third room.
Okay. Maybe for people who play, yeah, I get our tempered sword, right? So we do have just a little bit of extra cash that we're willing to spend out of our 300 in order to upgrade our sword. Seems like a good deal.
Yeah, it's a really good
Have you ever
But
seen people, out of curiosity, like not get tempered sword? Nice fence dash, by the way.
Yes. I have seen someone not get tempered sword, and it didn't go very well for them.
Okay.
Because it just makes the game so much harder. But if you play it optimally, you can get to Ganon faster. It's just once you get to the Ganon fight, it will take longer with just Master Sword.
Fairy was desperately trying to say hello to Xelna, and Xelna was too busy.
All right, the mummy room. Our mummy's juke to the right. They have no idea where Link is. Zelda is safe.
Yeah, holy. That was a very, very smooth, easiest room of the game. Like, he actually does make it look like the easiest room of the game. Do not be fooled, again, by how good these guys are. That room can go so terribly. Hopefully Eri will have a similar experience. Alright, looks like actually Xelna doing another early bomb jump in order to go get the fire rod from Skullwood's big chest. I don't know if I see that often.
Yeah, we don't see it too often.
Do you know how much time that saves on average, like over the bomb jump? Is it just like the bomb placement?
Yeah, it's still a couple of seconds, I think.
Okay.
It's harder to do because of no item menu buffer. If I remember correctly, I don't know if it saves 2 whole seconds. Yeah, I could see the saving 2 seconds. Yeah, very nice.
Spidey says, 75 frames. Thanks, Spidey. That's over 1 second for sure. Like, that's still non-trivial, right? Like, that's...
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I think I missed where Eri lost one more heart over. Oh my god.
No.
Okay, everything is fine. Xelna
missed a okay. This is quite scary.
I'm so oh no
way.
Oh no.
He got hit by a mummy. That was really unfortunate. He couldn't quite get out of that corner for some reason. But even then, I don't know if the torches would have stayed lit. But
does he have
regardless,
enough magic
it's a save warp just 2 rooms prior, so not the worst. Okay, now it's pretty bad. Okay, Zelda can get this magic and maybe continue. Maybe that's fine. Yes, it is fine.
Oh my gosh,
and Zelda is only 1 room behind now.
It's just, have you ever just watched a train wreck that you could not take your eyes off? It's just like, and yet, like, he survived that complete terrible. Oh my gosh, dude, Eri. This is why maybe he called Eri Terminator.
Yeah.
Clawing his way back. 10 out of 10 fight. 9 out of 10 fight for Xelna.
Really well done.
Oh my gosh, holy cow. Is there a Xelna Terminator? I mean, I don't want to like dethrone Eri for his emotes or anything like that. But this is nuts. I mean, also, just again, this is probably based on experience as well. Xelna basically just kind of treated that as like nothing, as in like it was pretty. Could be certainly very mentally tilting in order to have like a disaster like that, especially in a race setting. But he just went straight back and just killed Moth like it was nothing.
Exactly. It is, it's got hurt a little bit. Xelna was ahead of his PB, but he is ahead of his PD. He is ahead of his PB oftentimes when he runs. So it's not the end of the world for Xelna.
For sure. And while it is really cool in order to get a PB in a race setting, especially for at least, it has certainly happened before. It's not, again, like not with an expectation for things to happen. It's great, but especially at this level, I don't really expect any more PBs coming out of this 123. These runners. Okay.
Right, but we can still want it.
Oh, of course. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, off to Catfish. What are our strats here? Xelna goes for the Lotto Dash. And no one gets hit, so that's good.
That's good, yes. We do not want to win any lotteries. This is not like the Powerball or Jackpot lottery that is actually gives you like $1 million or more. This is like, if you read the actual book, the lottery, it's very chilling and you do not want to actually be part of that.
This lottery is...
Right?
Wait, what?
Did we get quick fish on both sides? I think I at least caught that.
Maybe. I was thinking about how you can go out of bounds from hitting the rope wrong, and I missed what actually happened.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that you can get out of bounds. Ooh, okay, all right. Okay,
A splash
the
for
good
Xelna.
part, yeah, and a
And
splash for
Eri,
Eri.
wow.
It's okay. It's okay. The important part is that we did not take any damage. That might be more harmful for overall time loss, because if we
Yeah, it
we
can
really
be.
want beams.
The
Yeah,
beams
we really
really help.
Mhm.
They really speed up ice too, and they really deal with. They really block any bad RNG.
Mhm. Yeah, of course, in addition, if you lose a heart, you kind of have to hope for some RNG, like drops, like from rocks or crabs or something like that to be on your side. And of course, you may not even get it after lifting up a 50-50 rock, because 50-50 is not 100.
Eri misses a swim, but swimming is really hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
swimming.
swim goes better for Xelna.
Swimming is one of those mechanics where I'm again, like, I know we talk a lot about like clean movement for Link not in the water, but I really don't know if there's like a good mastery of swimming mechanics in this game. Probably because also we don't have to do it very often, but still, like, when it matters, it can matter a lot. Yeah, take that, Bari.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So a lot of the time, runners will fire rod the last Bari just in case it gets in our way. So Xelna was playing it safe, I think.
He's still okay though for magic. Is that
Yes.
because there are two pots in the back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, usually I remember that you can spare up to 2 fire rod shots before the dungeon. So one of them is going to be is going to be for the bar itself, but then also the other one is like you can maybe spare it on the Zora right before Ice Palace. Otherwise you're still okay.
Oh, I wonder what happened to Eri's sword beams. He didn't
Yeah, what did
beam
happen?
the Bari.
Okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
We just got bullied by the Bari, and suddenly we're within one screen. Oh my gosh.
Ice Pal's bomb jump. Eri makes it across.
So is
Xelna in the
Zelda.
same room. He makes it across. Yeah, slightly different setups, but fast for both runners. And I do want to call out something interesting that happened earlier. Both runners had good RNG in the bombable floor room, and that can be a really scary one. But both runners had the Baris out of their way, and Eri was able to place his bomb very aggressively on the far right side of the screen. So the earlier you place that bomb, the faster you'll get through the room.
Yeah. No, that was actually very, very cool to see. You talk about actually being aggressive. It's a very good way to put that room, because you just have to like, hope that the red bars don't get in your way.
I love these optimal block pushes from the runners.
Yeah. Smiley
Just
faces?
pushing.
Not quite.
So, yeah, Xelna pushes the statue, and... Oh, I didn't see where he picked up magic. That's funny.
Maybe there was a drop. I also didn't see.
Yeah.
I also did see two different... Oh, very, very nice fight on Aries' side. And
Wow.
Xelna! Oh my gosh. Skill put on display.
This is why
Will
we
not
watch.
give up. Exactly, will not give up a single... I was gonna say inch, but Eri is from Europe, so we're gonna say centimeters. I think they use both in Canada as well, so we're all good for our international friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also did see two different ways to get down into like where the freezers are from the stairs. Eri ended up clipping in. It also made a very nice clip, clipped on the like right side of the stairs, so that he didn't have to incur like the extra damage from that invisible spike, and of course gets you slightly closer to the drop. And whereas Xelna just kind of maneuvered the ice physics and just went straight down. It was very, very smooth going down. Yeah,
Yeah, I love that about that room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for those of you kind of joining us, I think there's a small recap. So, Eri and Zelda both had 2 blue balls. Zelda, of course, pulled ahead in Light Worlds. Had I think it was maybe like a early 3 cycle Lamo, for example, versus maybe I want to say like early 5 for Eri. Don't quote me on that. But there were just things that gave Zelda quite a nice buffer. And then mummies were not kind to Zelda whatsoever in the back of Skullwoods, and here we are. Alright, looks like we also did take the same route for shopping, so even better for us, because that means we actually still get a very nice side-by-side comparison for execution.
Wow. They're like a second apart.
No, I know.
That's crazy.
1 to 2 seconds. This is... looks like... Okay, Zelda got the anti-fairy skip, is that right? Looks like he just kind of scooted over.
I'm not sure. I was hypnotized through this whole overworld.
Okay, both of them ended up getting the quick warp as well, going into Swamp Palace. Every quick warp is, if you can get it, is 34 frames saved, I think. So about half a second.
Yeah.
That one, like the Swamp Palace entry ones, are I think a little bit harder to position yourself. Like some of them are pretty, like they have good visual cues, or they're pretty free. But those one, if you can get both of them, it's very, very nice but difficult 1 second save.
And it costs some movement to get Link into position where otherwise you could simply place the portal in front of the entrance at the cost of a slow warp. 2 slow warps.
Okay, are you like? Do you not have to grab the ledge here? But if you have the shield, or is like the right movement, or sorry, the left movement for Link's position? Does that kind of counter the shield, or is that just a myth?
I'll need a reminder from chat to answer your question. It can save time.
Okay. Yeah, we're also going to see a little bit of difference, I want to say, just based on, I won't say like basic movement, but every single time you slash your sword, you have to stop, you have to do a hammer, you get hit by an enemy, right? These are going to be non-trivial, especially at this stage. Differences.
Oh yeah.
We are... Eri missed the switch! Oh no! Suddenly, when they were at the exact same position, Eri needs to pull the switch a little bit more. And suddenly I mean, the lead I guarantee is going to go back and forth, probably quite a few times before we ended up getting a race finish.
Oh no! Both runners go for the hammer dash, going to left side swamp. Eri gets a skeleton that has time to walk into him.
Exactly. Yeah. And
annoying.
Yeah, and these are kind of things that, I mean, maybe technically you can try and control by moving differently or being in a different position, but it's like, yeah, and just like that, right? Like Zelda ended up getting hit by one of these, I don't even know what they're called, water something, and so knocked him out of his dash, took a little bit more health. The important part is we also did hit the switch. That is, it is extremely sad if you end up in the big chest trying to get it, and then you see the orange pegs up, and then you're sad.
Oh yeah. You have to take the walk of shame back to the switch, hit it. I've been there. Okay, what's in the big chest? It's the hook shot. We can move on.
We can move on, yes.
And we can use it immediately for a little glitch, a hook dash to this pot, which gives Link super speed movement. And for some reason, in that state, he's able to pick up the pot from beneath the statue. And we saw Eri get the Bari in his way, but he didn't want to throw the pot at it. He threw the pot away. And that's because of this dash-like state that Link is in, there's a bit of a glitch that can occur where if we throw the pot, we might get shocked. So Eri throws the pot away,
that's right.
and then he uses hook shot.
Yeah, another reason, by the way, why boots are really great. So we can item dash with the hook shot, I guess, while we're pushing the statue.
For sure. Yeah. And there are rooms like here and in Helmasaur King where we want to get a hook dash or spin speed, and we're not really going fast. Nice zero cycle for Xelna, and that's another case of getting, using the boots.
Oh, Eri also gets the zero cycle. Very nice save. I was actually worried that there wasn't going to be enough time. Very, very high skill being put on display for both Xelna and Eri. Yeah, it also did look on Zelda's side like Argus kind of rushed at him. So they were both all crammed towards the bottom. So I didn't actually know if Zelda was gonna have enough space. But he certainly landed the zero cycle. Didn't get hit out of his hook dash, but Eri got hit, and then again, this is why Eri holds the #1 spot. We're on the leaderboards. It's really crazy how he can just recover like this.
Yeah. Really cool to see zero cycles from both runners.
Mm-hmm.
And next up is Misery Mire. And
we need Ether first, right?
It's time to get Ether, yeah.
Okay,
and so, will we get Ice Rod? I'm curious. I'm not positive, but I think we will.
Alright, looks like Xelna subscribes to I go towards the bird, so does Eri. Okay. It's like Uber Pool. You have to go towards a specific location for you to get picked up.
Yeah. you just input your coordinates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, but very, very nice scaling up the mountains. This is one of the risks that runners choose to incur if they get hook shot after Swamp, is Death Mountain with all of its Death Mountain-y goodness. By goodness, I mean the opposite. You can actually get a lot of damage taken, and you really want, again, full health and beams and such for Mire. But both of these guys are looking pretty healthy. Yeah, and as you said, Xelna is getting the Ice Rod. I would imagine that Eri is also fluting to 8. Another risk. You would be oh my god! Okay, I was gonna say, you might be surprised the amount of danger this particular Light World screen gives you, because it's Light World, right? It's accessible as soon as you have exited Escape. Yeah, the 2 hearts of damage that each crab does really just ruins your day.
Ice Rod spin speed for Xelna. It's such a hard strat, and it saves very few frames. I don't know. So both strats, both spin speeds at Kakariko and in Ice Rod Cave are impossible for me. Not sure which one is more impossible to save frames. They're about
Xelna is trying to... Yeah, well, I would imagine at this point Xelna is just trying to hold on, or potentially extend, right, his... what some might consider to be an insurmountable lead. We, of course, do not condone this. This is a very, very close race, but this is something that, I mean, still, a race at the end of the day is going to be determined by who finishes first.
We shall see. We're going into 4 of them. Well, no, not right now. But the 3 segments after can have a bit more variance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mire's
very, very
a bit more predictable.
Yeah. The technical skill being put on for Mire too, which was like the kill room after the first one. Really glad to see, in this case, both of them just being able to nail it. You really just don't want to incur that extra extra Wizrobe cycle, because they take well, literally forever in order to reappear the second time. Yeah, I think you mentioned before, or maybe it was Fox who mentioned that like Xelna's Dark World is very, very strong. I will also say though, Eri is definitely no slouch himself. We've seen actually very, very good splits for both Xelna and Eri coming into Dark Worlds.
Yeah, and we have a 17-second cutscene where Link does not move. Only a wall that we cannot see on screen is moving, and our runners are in the same screen.
Yeah.
Same cutscene.
Yeah. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Those are very fast counting, by the way, so I would imagine. But it's really just a handful of seconds difference.
So we're going back to the meetup room or lobby, and how will our runners deal with this? Ooh, Xelna. Looks like he goes for the safe strat. Eri going for the spark gamble.
Almost.
Gets hit
Sometimes
back.
you can get damage, right? Sometimes you get damage with forward. And right now Eri has quite a bit of health to be able to afford. Yeah, that was also, I think, like Blue kind of pointed out earlier, was like he got a little bit stuck going up to like the torches in Mire, and it's a really good thing that he did not get hit by the Sluggulas, the bomb slugs, because those things do 4 hearts of damage, and we really kind of need enough health in order to comfortably take down Vitrius.
Looked like Eri took an extra hit on the spikes. Yeah, it's... Okay, so, yeah, it is slightly surprising to see Xelna go for a safe strat in Mire, but on the other hand, he, in the very beginning, was known for safe strats, and he was able to get consistent fast runs by using faster, or rather, more consistent strats than his peers. So, at this level, we don't see all safe strats, but we do see Xelna using some.
That's actually still pretty surreal, because normally when you hear safe strats usually cost more time. That's why they're safer, right? You don't take as much risk. But Xelna has definitely shown that you can still play the game very, very well and still save time and be safe.
Ooh,
Into
okay,
the
so Vitrius. Okay, nice zero cycle for Xelna. It looked a little different than I would expect, but it was fine. He was in control.
Gosh, dude. Yeah. Alright, they both... Amazing zero cycle from Eri, and looks like they actually both mirror after the bow here, and before the crystal catch, which, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily like interesting, but it is kind of somewhat notable. And I know that some people like to, like wait until after the cutscene, like when you get onto, when you get back onto like the Dark World to mirror there. But I think this also just saves you from like human error. Now you don't have to worry, you can just mash the mirror button before you go. The fact that they both were able to clean up like the smaller eyes still, and then immediately shoot out their arrows and have them land on impact, right? Nothing, not like, didn't have to wait for like the eye to come out is about as fast as you're gonna get here.
Yeah, exactly. And we are off back to Death Mountain. Okay, so Xelna had 2 squirrels in the way. Eri, no, he wasn't able to get the drive-through, but that's okay.
Yeah. I think for what it's worth, it did look kind of similar in terms of stoppages or blockages. So maybe it's about even for RNG. Now I understand though that we are separated though by probably like at most 5 seconds worth of time difference. So every frame and every little piece is going to count. Like we are coming up to Turtle Rock, which I mean, and of course you have GT and Ganon itself. Which has a lot of sources to be able to make or break your run.
We saw a downwards dash on the right side of East Death Mountain for Eri. I think he has a patent on that dash. I'm not sure.
Does he? Okay. I think also Eri got the free quote-unquote quick warp that I don't think I saw Xelna get. For some reason, Eri is very consistent with getting this quick warp into TR. And I don't know what ended up happening. Maybe Eri got a little bit farther ahead.
He has a trademark on that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't. Whatever Eri did, suddenly like the time gap is just closed, like by 1 second, as in like they're within 1 second apart now.
Yeah, the overworld was a bit rough for Xelna.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Eri
This is so
chime.
good.
I don't know what you call that. Good sound effects, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right,
so I know that. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Continue, Shucks.
We take intentional damage on the roller room, and then dash out during our iframes.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily this was mentioned before, but of course during Aga Tower, these guys tried to preserve the prize pack for specifically this case right here. That's why we take so much intentional damage, so we know that we're getting a refill of health. Oh no!
I don't know what happened.
I also don't know, but I guess it's a good thing we have beams.
Yeah.
I think maybe he just didn't explode the block fast enough. Is that what?
Usually what goes wrong is that a chomp blocks your shots. And it looked like neither... I don't know if any runner was able to use beams for beam strats. So it might have even been a Samaria block that was... a block shot that was blocked.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But here we are in Pokies, and Xelna does not get the magic drop because it's out of the way, but it fell into Eri's hands, so he has the magic advantage. Yeah.
And I don't know how strong of an advantage it is. It's certainly a very comfortable advantage, right? So Eri can kind of use Samaria and whatever else he wants somewhat freely. I think that Xelna should have still enough magic to do what he wants. Just might be a little bit tighter.
Here we are at Pokies 2. This can make a bit of a difference, and it depends on RNG, and you have to read it and execute.
Yeah,
So
it's really one of the
right
Pokies.
behind Eri.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Eri had one of the Pokies somewhat get away from him, which I think gave Xelna a little bit of extra time. Both of them are gonna come in with sword beams, so I think this is like half a second saved to be able to just hit them instead of using like Samaria, which also eases the magic pressure a bit for Xelna.
Eri had a slight mistake opening the chest, and that can cost you in the room. It's just the chest opening is so important, and yet it's just a chest. So it costs Eri a roller hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't usually imagine that health will be much of a differentiator, especially at this level. Like, you're not really expected to take much damage, either on Laser Bridge or on Trinix itself. But of course, then again, everything just does 4 hearts of damage anyway, or 3 hearts. So you really want that extra buffer. Yeah, it looks like both, unfortunately, didn't quite get the fast strat for getting the key. Like, that Beetle was really playing... was doing his... he deserved a raise.
Beetle playing rough. Alright, going into the Trinix fight. Both runners have good magic meters. Let's see their strats here.
Yeah, I see Eri doing some dash pokes.
And so does Xelna.
Wow. Oh my gosh! So good! That's so good. Oh my gosh. First time I also saw anybody who did poke strats was, of course, Eri. And this, you can see actually their magic bars are really still pretty close to full.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like this will save them on. You mentioned this earlier, right? Even like the health, if you take less damage, it saves you on refills. You use less magic, it saves you on refills.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They use one ice rod shot and one fire rod shot.
That's nuts. It's so good. I don't actually know what's going to be. I can't tell just by eyeballing this. My guess is that it'll, like, maybe the magic bar is going to be the, or sorry, maybe Ares' health is going to be the limiting factor. Like, that'll be the critical path. So maybe Xelna will gain a little bit of extra time here, because he's only lost 1 heart as opposed to Ares 4.
Is a heart 15? Is it 10 frames? I think it might be 10.
Okay, you can.
It could be.
I will assume somebody else in chat will know this. Oh, heart is 10 frames. Thank you, Fox.
Yeah.
Right, hooking out of Turtle Rock using the stairs and the hook shot. Slightly faster entry.
We're dashing through to Lionel's. Nice to have Tempered Sword here. Having Master Sword would be a little trickier. We get slowed down without the ability to dash through them.
Do you know if Sword Out versus not Sword Out matters here for the animation and the cutscene?
It affects lag, but I don't know how much.
Okay. Alright, I remember there was some back and forth. Like, for the longest time, you weren't supposed to have your sword out, and then there was, I think, maybe some strat where you can dash along the something, and then it was okay to have your sword out? I don't know. Like, so I'm not sure if there was any, like, definitive answer at the end of the day, if you are supposed to have your sword out versus not. But the fact that it's both Eri and Xelna, had opposite things, makes me think that maybe either way it's okay. Whoa,
nice
what a
spike
dash.
skip for Xelna.
Yeah, what a dash down.
They're still less than a second apart now. It's such a close race.
This is exactly what you want to see, by the way. I mean, maybe not necessarily like the way we got here, in that there were some, some up and downs on both sides between Eri and Xelna, but at the end of the day, like, right, we're here at the 1:16 mark, and I think for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, it's just been neck and neck. Only 2 necks. We're past Trinex.
Neck and neck and neck. We also saw
we're dropping a bob.
Yeah, that optimizes the menu.
Yeah.
They can just go from Fire Rod straight to arrows here.
The original quick warp of this game. It's like in sync. And again, I just really want like a VOD of a comparison for like something else that's way worse. Not way worse, right? But just anything else that just gives you better appreciation for just how consistently good both of these guys are. They don't even need the arrows in the back, which also does save, I don't know, like 5 seconds maybe, 4 seconds. Chest opening, because we had 12 arrows going in to the mimics.
I'll have to do a run later and then a side-by-side comparison to show how much I lose on every room.
Yeah. Alright, very nice fast mimics for both Xelna and Eri. Actually look like, okay, Sword Slash versus Arrow. Who, I think the Arrow saves, what, 10 frames? Is that right? Something, if done properly? That's what I think they heard the numbers were.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly.
Okay.
Xelna's the first one into Gauntlet, and it's a series of 5 combat rooms. There's a lot of RNG in these rooms. We had different strats. Good to see. Eri goes for the pot throw.
Holy cow. It's like the lead is just kind of going like back and forth. I'm not even sure. It's just been kind of like handed off like a baton.
Interesting G3 strat where Xelna goes for the fire rod across the screen and then goes for the magic pickup.
It's so crazy.
Zelna's just ahead of Eri.
Uh-huh.
So now we're in Lammo 2, and so there's a bit of
Lots of
RNG to
different
watch
stuff.
out for here. We
No!
hope for a 1 cycle. Zelna can't land it, unfortunately, but Eri doesn't get a 1 cycle either. So still, they're neck and neck.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not expect the little short hop at the end, but it looks like also Zelda's also down 1 fire rod shot. I don't know if this ends up mattering. Probably still okay.
It's fine.
Okay. For Eri, it definitely should be fine. I just don't know how, if we need to pick up an extra magic pot in order to hit the last torch. But looks like maybe we're okay because it's just gonna be lamp. Maybe Eri can save himself a magic shot.
So Zelna will have to pick up the small magic. Eri could skip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a fire rod dash even into the stare down room. I don't actually know what room this is called in the Prac hack, but I know in the Rendo spoiler log it's called the stare down room. So.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I like that. Oh yes, here we go.
Oh wow.
Different key strats. So Zelna goes for a helmet key. And then they're sort of seemingly tied, but then Eri needs to pick up the chest key.
Okay.
So
this also might be
Zelna.
a differentiator.
Yeah.
Eri is going to be hovering the gap. Very, very clutch hover, Eri. Well done.
So Eri saves time on that room.
Yeah, yeah. Is it like 5 seconds?
And pulls ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was probably 5 seconds saved or so. You can save a bit more with the fast hover.
Yeah, yeah, it was maybe not like the super like zooming fast hover that we've seen before, but I mean, we also do see that even if it's a, let's say, I don't even want to say like average hover, but it'll still save time over the boss explosion.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So, I think Aga ate some hits for Zelna. Like, he's... I expected this fight to be over 2 cycles ago. But it's a hard fight. So even if you react as best as you can, if you happen to hit Aga with 2 shots at the same time, he can eat one of the shots and doesn't count for but 1.
Yeah, I've seen that. And then also, of course, like the Aga like randomness for when you get blue balls, there are different patterns. I mean, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. Speaking of, though, we are in the final boss of the game. Both of them look like to be getting like the 1-1 for phases 1 and 2. And then, again, like the Ganon warps on phase 3 can also make a difference. Hopefully not going to be too... How much is 1 Ganon warp? 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eri is out of the 2nd phase, and there's even a small optimization where Eri gets a downward facing Ganon, and that saves frames on Ganon's warp down to the bottom of the screen because Eri stops Ganon short.
Alright, we're getting a lot of warps, both for Eri and Xelna. I also like to point out that Xelna is on 2.5 hearts. Should still be fine, but it is a little bit more of a difference. And Eri, oh my gosh, we had so many. We have a blue Ganon as well. Okay, we're gonna nail this torch glitch. Very well done for Eri. And we are 1 Ganon hit, I think, difference between Eri and Xelna.
Wow.
Does Zelda have enough magic?
Oh, okay. I didn't see Zelda go... Okay, so that's something I'm a bit surprised by, but basically we usually pick up the full magic at the end of Ganon's tower, and I believe Zelda skipped it. Yeah,
he had about, I want to say 2/3 of a magic bar as he left the room. But I didn't know if that was, I guess, enough in order to be able to do all of Ganon. But what a race, by the way! Big GGs to Eri nailing the end game. with still a 123.57.
GG.
Xelna, not far behind. With he's gonna cross the finish line 1 sec, 124.10. I really just want to emphasize again, like how good these guys are, just to have a regular race to be basically within 1 minute of their PB, and their PBs are 123. Like,
Yeah.
These are the type of runs that people are like celebrating over, right? Like my first 123, and these guys are, I won't say like casually sauntered into this, but this is within their normal performance. We have, speaking of, Eri, welcome, GG's.
GG.
Oh, jeez.
Congratulations! Wow, what a race! I assume you were watching some
Yeah,
of it, all of it.
Yeah, I was watching all of it. I mean, I don't know. Like, Zana played better for 90% of it, and then Skull and GT happened. I think that was mostly it. It's a shame. Like, he's been so correct recently. I'm happy that I won, of course, but it's like, it's like this weird. Okay, is it like what weighs more, like 90% of the race or one big mistake? But that's for speedrunning, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You
a good
also
way.
got like 1 million
putting it.
warps too at the end, so that's also part of it. RNG.
True, true.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure how to commentate that Ganon fight very well because I don't skip the magic at the end of GT, but we basically have to do the Ganon fight optimally. We can't really miss any spins.
Yeah.
So that makes it extra hard. So Xelna had to menu and use lamp strats, which slowed the fight down a little bit for him.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, like, I was watching his stream directly, so then I saw that he basically tied my 4th hit on phase 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I got a blue Ganon, that's not cool. At that point, I couldn't watch the stream anymore.
Yeah.
And then once I missed the second to last spin, and I got hit by the fire bats, I was like, oh no, that's it. And, well, I guess, yeah, then I saw that the menu to lamp and stuff happened. Oh my god. Like, what a race, man.
Yeah, what a race! Like that was just amazing to watch. I mean, and both of you, so there's very high pressure in my opinion as well, because you're racing such a strong opponent, so you really can't let up. And the fact that you guys just both kept pace with each other and like top tier execution, it's just amazing to watch, right? I think somebody earlier said it's like watching the Olympics, right? I mean, this is like, yeah, it's about that level.
Yeah.
And can you explain a little bit more about the downward arrow shot and Landmo? I saw you post about that.
I have no idea how that happened. I was getting 2 cycles like all the time during practice, and then it was just like I gave the controller to a baby.
Well, I missed that, so
yeah. So I was just ready to, like, I was facing left, and then I was shooting arrows, and suddenly Link turned down and shot an arrow. I was like, okay, I guess this is how Lambo's gonna go. So yeah, that was a good 5 cycle. That's definitely set the tone for the race.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, there were really good splits. There were some disasters, but yeah, I mean that's speedrunning.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a 123. I really can't complain.
Yeah, it's a 123. At the end of the day, after all of these different things happening, all of these warps, I guess you got 2 blue balls, which is not the end of the world. But yeah, like you point to all of these, I would say like fairly like major time losses, and then at the end of the day, it was still a 123. So it's just like, man, that just kind of shows you how well the rest of the run was for you.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the nerfs definitely impacted me quite a bit in this one, because you don't really get to race Zona in a tourney race that often nowadays. So I was really happy to just have it be such an insane race.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Great to watch. So I'm feeling fortunate that we got a restream and we're able to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so great to see him be back and just destroy like half the goals that have been set and just get all these insane times, have him be on 122 pace like literally every day. It's a blessing to see a runner just come back like that and show that he still got it.
Yeah, I think we were talking earlier. Sorry, go ahead, Jax.
Well, it's great to see you back as well, Eri. I know you've been on a bit of a break yourself, so are you looking to play more NMG after League?
It's a bit tough. I started a new education like a couple of months ago, so I just don't have that much time. I'm on vacation right now, so I just had 3 free weeks, which perfectly lined up with League, and I thought, you know what, let's just do it. It's 3 races. Who knows?
Excellent.
And yeah, like if I'm really feeling it, I might just like take my console with me and do like a bit of screen grind and maybe do some runs in the weekends or something, because I can't really stream there, obviously. But I just have so many things I want to do, and of course, like education has a bit of a higher priority at the moment. So I don't want Link to the Past to kind of like take over everything that I want to and should be doing. It's a hard balance.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's really good to see you back, though. Whenever you get a chance, it's always very appreciated. Your presence.
Yeah. No, it's been really nice to like do a couple streams, do runs, like even the randos, just be involved a bit more again. But yeah, finding the right balance is always hard with hobbies like these, because it's so easy for it to just kind of take over your life and be like, oh, I gotta do runs, I gotta stay sharp. And I'm not really good at that.
For sure, balance is tough.
Yeah, but you still got it, Eri. Like, I don't know how much free time that you got, like when you were, I guess, earlier when you weren't on vacation. But it's just like, you come back, do some, DT rust a little, and you can still pump out 123s, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's definitely a nice feeling. Like even with mistakes like this, like I'll be close to goals on multiple splits. Like even when like did my first or second run in my vacation, I like world record at Total Rock. That was a great feeling for sure. So yeah, maybe I hope to be able to do runs and just put up some nice times. But thank you both so much for the great commentary. It's been a lot of fun to listen to during the race. You know me, I really like being distracted, so having it on the side has been really good to kind of get rid of some of the nerves, but definitely not all of them.
Yeah, good to hear. Yeah, thanks for the race. Any other final thoughts from you, Clearmouse?
No, I'm good. Thank you, of course. I want to say thank you, Fox, for taking the time to actually be able to restream this. Like, it was really, I was really hoping that this race would get on the air somehow, and he made it happen. But Eri, and of course, Eri and Zelda, like, thank you. Best of luck for you guys for the last week of League, coming up next week. Of course, thank you, Shek, as always.
Thank you, Clearmouse and Chex. GG's to Eri and to Xelna, who didn't choose to join us for an interview today. But awesome race from both of those guys. Looks like we've got some Wind Waker HD randomizer coming up later on ZSR main channel tonight, if you're interested in that. Not a lot else looks like it's slated for an interview or for a restream today. But we're going to go over to Concision. He is a Link to the Past player, but he's been learning Zelda 2 lately, so we can help him, encourage him on his learning journey. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much.